I hope everyone is having a great day today. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about it. So this past weekend, two Los Angeles sheriff deputies were shot in their vehicle. They were ambushed by a lone wolf. We don't know who that person is, and they are still on the loose. They haven't been caught yet. It looks like a he, and the video CVTV, we don't really know who the person is, like the race or anything like that. It looked like a short person or something like that, but again, we don't know. It could be a person with a mask on. We have no idea. I know it happened in broad daylight this past weekend in Compton, in California, and I first wanted to say I want to condemn that shooting. I think that's like cowardly. I don't think you run up on anybody and just you shoot them, and if they were cops or not. I just think that's cowardly, and for it to be law enforcement, and I always gave law enforcement a certain respect because it's a tough career, it's a tough job, it's dangerous, it's scary. You don't know what can happen the next day, right? While you're on call with the uniform on, you might not make it home. So I think we all as people, I don't care what race you are, it's common sense. You know that law enforcement it's an honorable job and it's dangerous at the same time. So I definitely want to give that respect first before I get into today's topic. And salute to law enforcement the people that's out there that's doing a hell of a job, are doing it the right way, that are professional, that are really helping the people in the community that they serve, right? Because you have another bunch that we all know about that are not doing well. But I wanted to condemn that. But I want to talk about Alex Villanueva. This sheriff guy, man, he's something else. He is something else. I get it. Two of your guys, it was a 31-year-old woman with a child, 24-year-old gentleman. They were the two victims that were ambushed. I think shot in the face, the jaw, in the arm, shoulder. So it was some injuries. And the guy, I don't think they released his name. The 24-year-old, he just got released out of the hospital today. So hopefully he's gonna do well. And I know it's a long recovery. But Alex Villanueva, it's one thing to plead to the public about trying to help catch the lone wolf, the suspect, but it's another thing to call out a basketball player like LeBron James and say, hey LeBron, we got some private contributions for $75,000, one for $100,000. That's total of $175. Can you match that? Can you put up $175? Or can you double that? Can you do $350,000? And I'm in my head like, what the hell does LeBron James have to do with a police shooting? I get it. He did come out. He's definitely big on social justice and for the past few years, and he spoke up about the George Floyd killing, the Jacob Blake shooting, Breonna Taylor. So he's been speaking up, and he's speaking up from the bubble, through voice. I know he's through social media through the years. So, but I think with Villanueva, he felt that, hey, LeBron has said some statements prior that he's against all of this stuff that's happening to the black community, and he's afraid. This big old black man is very afraid of the police. They're being hunted, things like that. So I don't know if Alex was trying to be snarky or condescending. That's what it came across to me. It didn't seem genuine. I just think in a time like this, if two of your officers, your deputies, sheriffs, were being gunned down, and you don't go after come on, a basketball player. There's bigger fish to fry. You didn't even catch the suspect yet. But again, he's saying, hey, LeBron, put up the money, put up the $175 so we can catch this suspect. LeBron James has nothing to do with this shooting. Again, I condemn it. I think we all condemn it in some form or way. I mean, it was just sad when I seen it on the news. I'm like, oh Lord, just what the hell's going on? I'm like, damn, that just sucks. These officers are in their vehicle. Who knows what, just talking about whatever, but they are, on they're in the vehicle just watching everything and just on the beat, doing what they do best. And somebody just I don't like that whole sneak attack thing. But I think the bigger question is, like, how did we get here, right? Because there's one thing to see an act, to see a shooting, but there's another thing you kind of question as an American. You're like, why is this even happening? Because I know it happened in New York some years back, maybe like 5 years back. I remember when I was living in Queens when that situation happened. I remember too, I lived in Middle Village in Queens, and in Glendale they had, I think they had the funeral for one of the officers that was gunned down. Because I remember it was two of them. They were gunned down in a car, and it was literally right next to my home. And it was so many police officers and and people in high up the ranks. It was showing their respect, showing their love. And so I remember that. And for this to happen again, it's just like it's just sad across the board. And I think I just asked myself, like, how did we get here as a nation? And if this can happen, it's like, what else can happen? It's so much in this thing. When Alex Villanueva, he's known to have corruption in his office. Not to say those two. This guy was 24 years old, and the woman, I don't know much of her. But again, these were just young officers doing what they had to do. But he's actually known to have corruption in his force, right? So I don't know if the person that did it, they was upset about something. But I did hear about one of the officers that was under his team. They actually shot a black man in the back or something like that. I don't know the full story about it, but I don't know. I guess people are trying to take justice into their own hands, things like that. And I just think when you do stuff like that, anybody that knows, I've sold this to people already. When you go after law enforcement, that is a suicide mission. Because here's the deal. If they catch you, let's say you get killed in the process being caught, that's one. Two, if you don't get killed while you're being apprehended, you're going to do life in prison, or you're doing hell of a long time, right? And when you get to prison, those guards they're not going to take too lightly of you being that person that shot an officers. So you're not going to have just a decent time in prison. It's going to be hell for that person. So I just think it's a suicide mission when you do something like that. That's just crazy. But again, guys, I want to know, how did we get here? And I'm just hoping none of this, I hope it all stops where it comes to anybody ambushing the police, or police shootings to civilians, things like that. It's just getting crazier and crazier, because we had the Rodney King, the beating was at 91, and that was like a big deal for the nation, and things kind of slowed down. And when I say slowed down, meaning things were happening, but you didn't have body camera, video camera, cell phones to tape things, so whatever the case may be. But I would say within the last 10 years, it's gotten crazy. Everything is being recorded, which could be a good thing, because it's exposing the good and the bad cops. So it's exposing everything for the world, not just America to see, but for the world to see. So sometimes I don't even know how to take it, right? Because it's happening, it's overwhelming, and it's happening so quickly in real time. So it's like you hear one story, and then there's another story, then another story. So it's just a crazy time we live in America, and I'm just hoping that things just kind of cool down. Will it? I don't think so, because things are just feels like is getting worse and worse with race relations and things like that. And I'm always, people that know me, and if the new people that will get to know me, I'm more about peace, man. I'm all about, man, just live your life, work hard, take care of your kids, your family, keep your head down, just work hard, take it one day at a time. Nothing, this is not a race, it's a marathon. Life is a marathon. And try to keep a low profile. You don't have to be the rah-rah type, to get a point across, where it comes to road rage or just so many different things that get people violent. Just live your life. Try to de-escalate things, stay at peace, stay at ease. I'm all about that meditation, that that mindset. My thing is just living a chill life. And not to say nothing can happen to me, but I feel that through my 30-something years of life, I've been cool and collective. I don't look for problems. I don't want no trouble. It's like, life is too short to be out here looking for trouble and things like that. It's not worth it. So just live your life, people. But I just want to touch on that Alex Villanueva and definitely condemn that ambush shooting, because I'm just against all that stuff, because nobody deserves that. I don't care what color you are. You don't deserve to be ambushed and shot up on. I'm not for all that, and I get it. There are people that hate the police, and listen, I'm all about good and bad. If you cool, you cool. If you're bad, who's gonna like you? But I don't think it's everybody. Of course not. I don't know everybody, but at the same time, those two seem like they probably was good people, young, 24, 31, young people. And but this Alex Villanueva, he's no good. He's known to have corruption within his force. And to call out LeBron James, I thought that was kind of tacky, snarky. And just let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section. Tell me, do you think that LeBron James should get involved to put up his money to find this suspect that shot the two deputy officers in their vehicle? Or do you think LeBron has nothing to do with this? This is not his, not to say it's not his problem or his issue, but he has nothing to do with this, guys. Like, that's the first thing I thought. Like, LeBron James, I'm like, isn't he in the bubble? Isn't he in the Western Conference Finals? What the hell he got to do with a shooting? This is almost damn near a billionaire. He's not involved in all this. And if he wants to give money, it's for his own good, his own will of his heart. It's not some sheriff coming out and saying, hey, put up the money. He's gonna say, yes sir, I'm gonna put up the money. You don't pressure anybody to do things like that. It has to come from the heart, from the soul. So tell me, guys, I want to know what you guys are thinking. But I appreciate your support, and you guys been watching my videos and showing that love, and it's much appreciated. It gives me the energy to keep making more videos, things that, again, you guys want to hear and see, and it just makes me put it out there for you guys. So just make sure, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe now. For anybody new, subscribe down below, and like the video. Please share it, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Peace and love.